First I realized from my way to work, I'm very late to go to English. I'm about to cross the road. Cross. We got trekking. This is the worst side of crossing the road. You have to wait and wait. Convoy. It's perfect. It's always convoy. Wait, let me pass. And this is the school. This is a very nice school. The Hill College. These are still convoys. And this is my favorite place. The way. Convoys. I'm almost at work. Guys, are you there? I'm heading to work. I'm almost at work, man. Almost at work. So let's go. The sun is there. God, can my leg walk so fast? I will make her like out here in Nigeria. Someone should take me out of this country. I need to be in America. I'm tired of this sun. I'm tired. I'm not trekking to work. Yeah, that's what it is. Oh my god, is this how people do in the States? I'm almost there. We have to clock in. I'm like 4 minutes to go. I am late. One crazy driver just passed. See my hospital, West End. This is my hospital. Some people don't reply greetings. I love greetings. Nobody in the security. No, this is the hospital. I'm about to go clock in. Good morning, ma. That's good. I know see. Are you checking out?
Yeah, I got that.
Let me check in, please.
I'm checking in.
Okay. Hello, everybody. What's happening?
I'll just slap you later.
I'll just check in now. So I'm going to my office. My insurance is around.
Good morning, welcome.
This is the 7th. This is my office. Reception. Good morning, sir. Thank you. That is my vision. That's all clear. Hala. We at work. So what do I do when I come to work? I have to pray first. Let us pray. What am I doing? Jesus, some of my friends.
Okay. Our manager, she is doing it.
Shoes now.
Yeah.
That first time we resume. First time na fucking naked. Yo what? I saw where you packed that scrub.
No, that one is not mine.
Okay.
For my two colleagues that are concerned.
Why did you not pack it like that?
They brought it here and I kept it. But they are new ones, so they don't even wear it up there.
It's looking like a rag. I said they just pack it like a rag. I thought you'd have given it to the laundry.
I'm not doing anything.
No, just for them to fold it and keep. Instead of it staying like that. Let me put it inside that basket. Maybe I should put it inside the basket. Yeah, they will not. Jesus. My water. So, this is really document. It's been long I've been postponing this calligraphy. We're postponing it. So we're going to be reading from here. Today's words. So that's our Bible for the day. Second Samuel 18. Reading our Bible for the day. That's Second Samuel 13, 14 and 15. Is our Bible. Second Samuel chapter 13. this story is gonna be interesting. And it came to pass after this that Absalom, the son of David, had a fair sister whose name was Tamar, and Amnon, the son of David, loved her. And Amnon was so vexed. How can a brother be loving his own sister? This is weird, Jesus Christ. How can a brother love his own sister? That is where incest started from. And Amnon was so vexed that he fell sick for his sister Tamar, but she was a virgin, and Amnon thought it hard for him to do anything to her. But Amnon had a friend. Beware of bad friends. Beware of bad friends. You that is hearing me. That friend that you're always talking to. I always be giving you advice. That friend that's always giving you rubbish advice. Beware of that bad friends. They are not good. His name was Jonadab, the son of Shimea, David's brother. And Jonadab was a very subtle man. Subtle means cunning. You know that your cunning friend and you're still with him. In Daddy Paul and Enshia's voice, you can love everybody, but you cannot manage everybody. Stop managing that bad friend. If not, you will enter pit. I'm telling you. And he said unto him, why art thou being the king's son, laying from day to day? Will thou not tell me? And Amnon said unto him, I love Tamar, my brother Absalom's sister. You can imagine what is disturbing so much. Incest. And Jonadab said unto him, lay thee down on thy bed, and make thyself sick. And when thy father cometh to thee, see, like I should be looking at my face. It says, lay thee down on thy bed, and make thyself sick. And when thy father cometh unto thee, I pray thee, let my sister Tamar come and give me meat, and dress the meat in my sight, that I may see it and eat it at her hand. So Amnon laid down. Amnon laid down and made himself sick. Amnon laid down and made himself sick. And when the king was come to see him, Amnon said unto the king, I pray thee, let Tamar my sister come, and make me a couple of cakes in my sight, that I may eat at her hand. Cunningness. Then David sent him to Tamar, saying, go now to thy brother Amnon's house, and dress him meat. Innocent girl, thinking she's going to meet a brother. So Tamar went to her brother Amnon's house, and he was laid down, and she took flour and kneaded it, and made cakes in his sight, and did bake the cakes. And she took a pan and poured them out before him. And poured them out before him, but he refused to eat. And Amnon said, have out all men from me. And they went out every man from him. And Amnon said unto Tamar, bring the meat into the chamber, that I may eat of thy hand. And Tamar took the cakes which she had made, and brought them into the chamber to Amnon her brother. And when she had brought them unto him to eat, he took hold of her, hey, Jesus, and said unto her, come lie with me, my sister. My sister, come lie with me. Hey, abomination. Sometimes I wonder at this verse. You know, what caused this thing was the sin of David. That's why some of you are saying men are polygamous, men are polygamous. There are some men that bring strange things into their family, like incest. And this was part of the punishment of the sin of David. Imagine his son Amnon yearning for his daughter. That is evil spirit. Immorality breeds evil spirit into your home. You that is a married man that listen to me, you that is a single lady and a girl that listen to me, you need to lie with his sister. How? Like how? You can imagine. You can imagine. See now. And she answered him, nay, my brother, do not force me, for no such thing ought to be done in Israel. Do not thou this fool. And I, whither shall I cause my shame, should go? And as for thee, thou shalt be as one of the fools in Israel. Now and therefore I pray thee, speak unto the king, for he will not withhold me from thee. Okay, I'll say that maybe in those days they used to marry their sisters, but it's howbeit he will not hearken unto her voice. But being stronger than she forced her, he raped his sister and lay with her. Now, be careful. Ask your children. Some of them are sleeping with each other. You don't know. Be careful. Be vigilant. Ask them questions. Your cousins might come to the house. Your sister, relatives might come to the house and be sleeping with your children, and some of you don't know. I'm saying this out of what I've seen. And some of you don't know. You have to be asking questions. You have to be vigilant. Be careful of who you leave your children with, even if it's your brother's husband or your brother's sister. Some women are abusing young boys. Be careful of who you leave your children with. Then Amnon hated her exceedingly, so that the hatred wherewith he hated her was greater than the love wherewith he had loved her. And Amnon said unto her, Arise, be gone, after raping person picking. Is it not evil spirits? And she said unto him, There is no cause. This evil in sending me away is greater than the other that thou didst unto me. But he will not hearken unto her. What has he done unto the sister? Because that means he has done other evil. This Amnon is evil. This Amnon is evil. That means he has done other evil things. Then he called the servant that and said, Put down this woman out of me and bolt the door after her. This woman, the sister is now this woman. God punish you, Amnon. God punish every Amnon. God do not allow them to go see the light of the day. Any Amnon, God will not allow them to see the light of the day. And she had a garment of diverse colors upon her. But with such robes where the king's daughter that were virgins apparel. They valued virginity then. Then, not now. Virginity was sacred. I don't know what is wrong with our generation. Then his servants brought her out and bolted the door after her. And Tamar put ashes on her head and rent her garment of diverse colors that was on her and laid her hand on her head. Hey Oshimo, just crying, oh my God. Hey Oshimo, I went on crying. I can imagine the tears, the pain. Your own brother. Hey. May God protect my future children from every evil relative, from every evil cousin. None of them will encounter this rubbish. God forbid. You have to be praying for your children. Pray for them, because you will not be them everywhere they go to. That God will show them mercy. That they will not encounter evil cousins, evil relatives that want to rip them off their innocence. Because the easiest way to destroy a child is through immorality. Through sexual sin, that's the easiest way to introduce demons into anybody. Especially children. It shatters. I'm imagining what Tamar is going through. She put ashes on her head and rent her garments. Hey. Jesus. And Absalom, her brother, said unto her, Has Ammon thy brother been with thee? How did Absalom even know? But hold now thy peace, my sister. He is my brother, regard not this thing. So Tamar remained desolate in her brother Absalom's house, not knowing that Absalom, they plan evil. Absalom is planning evil to do to that his brother. But when David heard of all these things, he was very wroth. And Absalom spake unto his brother Amnon, neither good nor bad. But Absalom hated Amnon because he had forced his sister Tamar. Have you seen? Hatred, another demon. Hatred. That's how the devil enters. And that's how some of you will sleep with other women and start hating your wife. You're imagining how come. It brings hatred in the family. And it came to pass after 2 full years. 2 full years, Absalom was waiting for his revenge. Absalom is patient too. He's very patient. 2 full years. Absalom had sheep shears in Baal-Hazor, which is beside Ephraim. And Absalom invited all the king's sons. By that time, Amnon would not repent too. Amnon would have repented by that time, but you should reap what you sow. Raping somebody, whoever has raped anybody, even if you repent, you must reap what you sow. Be it in 5 years, you must reap it. We are back. Sorry, my phone overheated. Now this story cause I'm not overheat. This Absalom story cause I'm. Now revenge is about to take place. You see as Absalom to the press. You see, when David sinned, that Bathsheba sin that David did, where he slept with Bathsheba, God told him, I've forgiven you, but the sword shall not depart from your house. And that is what is coming to pass now. And this is the process of one of the sword not departing from his house. Because Absalom is about to commit murder. He's about to kill Amnon. Because of what Amnon did to his sister. Now this is why the sword did not depart from David's house. Imagine your son killing your son. Hey! As I say, any sin you are sinning, God will forgive you, but you shall reap what you sow. For God cannot be moved. You will think, oh, after sinning, I'll repent at so age. You will reap it, and you will reap it in full. Now Absalom had commanded the servants, saying, mark him now when Amnon's heart is merry with wine. And when I say unto you, smite Amnon, then kill him, fear not. Have I not commanded you? Be courageous and be valiant. And the servants of Amnon did unto Amnon as Absalom had commanded. Then all the king's sons arose, and every man gat him up upon his mule and fled. And it came to pass, while they were in the way, that tidings came to David, saying, Absalom has slain all the king's sons, and there is not one of them left. Absalom did not slay everybody, and there is not one of them left. Then the king arose and tear his garment and lay on the earth, and all his servants stood by with their clothes. But he did not slay all the king's sons. What they like this kind of lie? David also foul. And Jonadab, the son of Shimeah, David's brother, answered and said, let not my lord suppose that they have slain all the young men, the king's son. For Amnon only is dead. Good for him. I'm not saying you should do revenge. This is the Old Testament. Don't do revenge. But good for Amnon. For by appointment of Absalom, this had been determined from the day that he forced his sister Tamar. Now therefore let not my lord the king take this thing to his heart, to think that all the king's sons are dead, for Amnon only is dead. But Absalom fled, and the young man that kept the watch lifted up his eyes and looked. And behold, there came much people by the way of the hillside behind him. And Jonadab said unto the king, behold, the king's sons come, as thy servant said, so it is. And it came to pass, as soon as he had made an end of speaking, that behold, the king's son came, and lifted up their voice and wept. And the king and all his servants wept very sore. But Absalom fled and went to Talmai, the son of Ammiel, king of Geshur. And David mourned for his son every day. David was such a lover man. He loved his son, he loved his wives. I don't know if he loved his wives, sorry. I think he was such a lover boy that loved so deeply, but lacked discipline in some areas with women. So that's why some women will be like, oh, their husband can love, but he's a womanizer. The man will not be like, he's just like David. Why? Better ask for mercy. David suffered, though, in case you are one of those men like saying, I'm just like David. I'm just like David, the man after God's heart. Even though I deal with women, I'm a man, because you feel not survive waiting David suffer. Imagine your child sleeping with your child and killing, and your son killing, like David suffered heartache. In case you don't know. And the soul of King David longed to go forth unto Salem. Now Absalom has run out. He ran away after killing Amnon, thinking that maybe they will kill him. But the soul of David longed for Amnon and for Absalom. But he was comforted concerning Amnon, saying he was dead. But I feel like David loved Absalom because Absalom was one of his most beautiful sons. That's why he loves that boy so much, to the point of pampering him too much. She and Absalom sleep with David's wife. Okay, 14. Now we are in 14. 2 Samuel 14. Now Joab, the son of Zeruiah, perceived that the king's heart was toward Absalom. And Joab sent to Tekoa and fetched thence a wise woman, and said unto her, I pray thee, feign thee to be a mourner, and put on now mourning apparel, and anoint not thyself with oil, but be as a woman that had a long time mourned for the dead, and come to the king, and speak unto this man unto him. So Joab put words in her mouth. And when the woman of Tekoa spake to the king, she fell on her face to the ground, and did obeisance, and said, Help, O king. And the king said unto her, What aileth thee? And she answered, I am indeed a widowed woman, and my husband is dead, and thy handmaid had 2 sons. And they 2 strove together in the field, and there was none to part them. But the one smote the other, slew him. And behold, the whole family is risen against thy handmaid. And they said, Deliver him that smote his brother, that we may kill him for the life of his brother whom he slew, and we will destroy the hair also. And so they shall quench my coal which is left, and shall not live to my husband, neither name nor remainder upon the earth. And the king said unto the woman, Go to thy house, and I will give charge concerning thee. And the woman of Tekoa said unto the king, My lord, O king, the iniquity be upon me and on my father's house, and the king and his throne be greatless. And the king said, Whosoever says unto thee, Bring him to me, and he shall not touch thee any more. And she said, I pray thee, let the king remember the Lord thy God, that thou wouldest not suffer the revengers of blood to destroy any more, lest they destroy my son. And he said, As the sun liveth, there shall not one hair of thy son fall to the earth. And the woman said, Let thy handmaid, I pray thee, speak one word unto my lord the king. And he said, Say on. And the woman said, Wherefore then thou hast done such a thing? And the woman said, Wherefore then hast thou done such a thing against the people of God? For the king doth speak this thing as one which is faulty, in that the king doth not fetch home again his banished. The way they use parables to speak to kings. For we must the ground which cannot be gathered up again. Neither doth God respect any person, yet doth he devise means that his banished be not expelled from him. Now therefore that I am come to speak of this thing unto my lord the king, it is because the people have made me afraid. And thy handmaid said, I will not speak unto the king. It may be that the king will perform the request of his handmaid. For the king will hear comfortable. As an angel of God, so is my Lord, to discern good and bad. Therefore the Lord, hide not from me, I pray thee. King, now speak. David knew that his Joab that sent this woman later on. And the woman answered and said, As thy soul liveth, my Lord, the king has spoken of. But thy servant Joab paid me, and he put all these words in the mouth of my handmaid. To fetch above this form of speech had thy servant Joab done this thing. And my Lord is wise according to the wisdom of an angel of God, to know all things that are in the earth, according to the wisdom. David is wise. It's my phone and over. So now, I'm reading it. You see, Absalom was the finest. 2 Samuel 14. There was none as fine as Absalom in Israel. It was when he pulled his hair. So now Absalom, after everything that Joab did, the king finally allowed Absalom to come back to Jerusalem. But the king did not allow Absalom to see his face for 2 good years. So for 4 years, he was in exile from his father. Then Absalom was yearning to see his father's face. He was now trying to call Joab. Joab did not answer him. Then my man go set Joab's field on fire. He knew that's the only way to get his attention. Very spoiled kid. I'm gonna be like, say, God, if you born me as one princess, so is that all this royal family they get square sometimes. Then when he has done that, then Joab was able to bring him to the king. So he was just like, if I perish, I perish. And he knows saying Papa get good at. Absalom knows saying Papa no be like Saul, cause if na Saul for kill am. If na Saul be Absalom Papa, if I don't kill am, for David he heart too soft, to the pamper children. You know if you sabi go fit train this boy with Absalom. Absalom is a spoiled brat, as far as I'm concerned. Then we're going to 2 Samuel 15. And it came to pass after this that Absalom prepared him chariots and horses and 15 men to run before him. And Absalom rose up early and stood beside the way of the gate. And it was so that when any man that had a controversy came to the king for judgment, then Absalom called unto him and said, Of what city art thou? And he said, Thy servant is one of the tribes of Israel. And Absalom said unto him, See, thy matters are good and right, but there is no man deputed of the king to hear thee. Absalom said, Moreover, oh, that I am made judge in the land, that every man which had any suit or cause might come unto me, and I will do him justice. If I kill this Absalom, because this boy bring wahala for this family. See as they allow him worst. See na him sleep with him papa concubine. If I kill am, but beauty. Na why some of because of beauty you see that relationship. You know see this boy no good, this girl did this wrong, they are scared of. I know may Absalom not happen to happen to me. To continue. So he now looking like the favorite compared to his father. He's making people love him more than his father. After 40 years. After 40 years. Imagine Absalom's plan. Absalom waited for 40 years to steal the house of the children of Israel. Hey, Absalom. Patiently waited. Your own son. The Absalom. Absalom patiently waited to destroy his father's business. Like Absalom patiently waited. Then Absalom sent spies throughout all the tribes of Israel, saying, As soon as he heard the trumpet, he shall declare, Absalom reigneth in Hebron. And with Absalom went 200 men out of Jerusalem that were called, and they went in their simplicity and knew nothing. Absalom called 200 men out of Jerusalem. Now these men are following him in their simplicity. They don't know Absalom's plan is to overthrow his father. Absalom waited for 40 years. You never have a child that will give you heartache, especially that your favorite child. And there came And Absalom sent for Ahithophel and Gilonite, David's counselor, from his city, rebellion, even from Gilo, while he offered sacrifices. And the conspiracy was strong, but the people increased continually with Absalom. See, all these things happening is David's sin. David's sin of killing Uriah, Bathsheba's husband. Now this thing is coming upon him in the most painful way through his favorite son. Now some things happening to you is not village people. It's what you brought upon yourself, what you did before. You repented though, but God cannot be mocked. You have to sow what you reap. And there came a messenger to David, saying, the house of the men of Israel are after Absalom. And David said unto his servants that were with him at Jerusalem, arise and let us flee, for we shall not else escape from Absalom. Make speed to depart, lest he overtake us suddenly and bring evil upon us, and smite the city with the edge of the sword. David come dey run from his own son. Household enemy, may it never happen to anybody. David come dey run from his own son, but na wetin David call. Because if David had not broken the hedge, the serpent will not bite. So some of you that are saying you want to be like David as a polygamous man, are you ready to bear the consequences of evil? The consequences of adultery? Are you ready? Because David suffered. He suffered. And the king's servant said unto the king, behold, the servants are ready to do whatsoever thy lord the king shall appoint. And the king went forth, and all his household after him. And the king left 10 women which were concubines to keep the house. And the king went forth, and all the people after him, and tarried in a place that was afar off. And all his servants passed on beside him, and all the Sherethites, and all the Pelethites, and all the Gittites, 600 men, which came after him from Gath, passed on before the king. Then said the king to Ittai the Gittite, wherefore goest thou also with us? Return to thy place and abide with the king, for thou art a stranger and also an exile. Whereas thou camest but yesterday, should I this day make thee go up and down with us? Seeing I go whither I may return now, I take back thy burial meats, and truth be with thee. And Ittai answered the king and said, as the Lord liveth, and as my lord the king liveth, surely in what place my lord the king shall be, whether in death or life, even there also will thy servant be. Wetin dey save you sef be say him be good man, so him get faithful men, loyal men wey dey follow am. Him get very loyal men. And David said, Ittai, go and pass over. And Ittai the Gittite passed over, and all his men, and all the little that were with him. And all the country wept with a loud voice, and all the people passed over. The king also himself passed over the brook Kidron, and all the people passed over toward the way of the wilderness. And lo, Zadok also and all the Levites were with him, bearing the ark of the covenant of the Lord. And they set down the ark of God, and Abiathar went up unto all the people had gone passing out of the city. But the king said unto Gardon, carry back the ark of the Lord into the city. If I shall find favor in the eyes of the Lord, he will bring me again, and show me both it and his habitation. Before then, let me do a calligraphy of what I have learned today. May Absalom not happen to me. For the prayer. So this is the prayer. So guys, this is it of our topic for today. Thank you Lord for today. If so be God is gracious. If so be we have tested that the Lord is gracious. If so be we have tested that the Lord is gracious. Okay.